Get ready for the dictation on the count of 3, 2, 1, start. The latest State of World Population report, an authoritative analysis by the UN, has officially stamped what has been known for a while, that India will become the most populous country in mid-2023, surpassing China's 142.5 crore by about 3 million. These estimates are based on official country data as well as extrapolating birth, mortality, and international migration trends. India has had a vacillating relationship with the size of its population. In the socialist era, the growing population was a convenient excuse to explain India's poverty and the state's inability to improve average standards of living. These seeded deranged sterilization programs that violently compromised dignity and freedom. Globalization and the opening up of the economy in the 1990s saw India as a vast untapped market with fortunes at the bottom of the pyramid that framed population as an advantage. India's large working age population, or the demographic dividend relative to the developed countries where the workforce was aging, has provided labor wage arbitrage and valuable economic opportunities. Indian numbers are behind the skilled and unskilled labor that power workforces in West Asia and Africa, undergird business process outsourcing projects from developed European countries and the United States, and are increasingly a significant component of university enrollment abroad. This relative prosperity, though unable to solve India's crisis of economic inequality, has, however, busted the myth of forced sterilization and legal limits on family sizes being key to population control. Despite overtaking China, India's population growth is slowing. The National Family Health Survey reported in 2021 that the total fertility rate had for the first time dipped to below the replacement level of 2.1. India's population is forecast to grow from its current 1.4 billion to 1.67 billion in 2050, before settling at 1.53 billion in 2100, with a peak at 1.7 billion sometime in 2064, according to UN estimates. While the pendulum of opinion regarding population has swung from disadvantage to advantage in national discourse, it is relevant to analyze the question while factoring in newer developments. Earlier population debates did not account for the climate crisis and the fact that many migrants, after years of skilled and unskilled labor abroad, were becoming permanent immigrants. Over 16 lakh Indians have renounced citizenship since 2011, including 2,25,620 people in 2022, the highest during the period, the External Affairs Minister told Parliament in February. Economic opportunity, more than national pride, shapes the working population's aspiration, and in its absence, a naturally decelerating population will be of limited advantage. According to the World Health Organization, 36% of the world's and 65% of Southeast Asia's rabies deaths happen in India. The National Rabies Control Program has recorded 6,644 clinically suspected cases and deaths of human rabies in 2012 to 2022. There have also been several media reports of the young and the old being attacked by packs of stray dogs, fatally in some cases. At the center of these narratives is how India is responding to the stray dog menace. On April 18, the government announced the notification of its Animal Birth Control Rules 2023, which are likely to become as much a bone of contention as the earlier Animal Birth Control Dogs Rules 2001 were. They purportedly respond to three stimuli. Stray cannot be relocated, as the Supreme Court of India has held, must not face cruelty, and must be cared for. Stray dogs are a nuisance by spreading disease, injuring and or killing humans and wildlife, and by keeping people from accessing public spaces. The 2023 rules require strays to be caught, vaccinated, neutered, and released back. Under the 2001 rules, neither effort succeeded because the entire dog population, or at least a large fraction, needed to be treated at once. But the program was implemented in piecemeal fashion, allowing some dog populations to supplant others over time and the menace to continue. Neutering and vaccination also do not prevent dogs from forming packs and harassing passers-by. The 2023 rules also ask residents' welfare associations to care for stray dogs and feed them away from the children and the elderly at fixed intervals. This could further the dog's homelessness and thus susceptibility to disease, injury, and discomfort. In the process, the rules also transform stray dogs into a new class of community animals, a contrivance whose purpose is not clear. Instead, the rules must prohibit the improper disposal of solid waste and casual feeding of dogs, and require them to be adopted and directly cared for to eliminate canine homelessness altogether. The Animal Welfare Board of India Secretary also told The Hindu that local authorities will be held responsible for any violation during birth control procedures and animal-human conflicts. As under the 2001 rules, these authorities will be in a pickle without more funds and staff, the requisite infrastructure and proper coordination. Without otherwise housing dogs in purpose-built shelters and promoting formal ownership, the 2023 rules potentially create more points of failure at the level of local governments and residents' welfare associations, while dressing up the cruelty of dog homelessness.